Oh boy, I would love Philly right about now. I would love me some Doug Peterson right about now. I would love the grit of a Nick Foles right about now. I would love the running game of the 2017 Eagles right about now. Probably 3 hours ago, I should say. The Eagles got walked, dog walked in this. I'm pissed off. I don't know what to say. I came on here honestly knowing I had nothing to say. There's nothing for me to say. That you saw it. The Eagles didn't play. The Eagles could have not played and probably put up more of an effort from home. But you know what I'm saying? Doing like the virtual reality. I feel like holographs of our players may have put up a little bit more of a fight to tackle than our actual players did. Real talk. Real talk. The defense to me, all year it was like schematic. I felt like they were being too smart for their own good. The past 6 weeks, it has just been the players. And maybe they have given up. Maybe they have given up on this coaching staff. Maybe this, I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. I am at a loss for words, and that is rare. So I'm going to read Eternal Dynasties, $5 super chat. Shout out to him. I know he's talking junk. It is what it is. Cowboys had an epic collapse in a playoff game. The Eagles had an epic collapse in the last 6 weeks. The Cowboys had a historical collapse. We did too. There's nothing I can say to that. We suck right now. I don't know if it's purely like I don't think that there's a one thing fix all right here. I really don't. If you bring in a new defensive coordinator, this defense still sucks. There's still a lot of defense. There's still a lot of players on this team that do not need to be on this team. So I don't know. I don't think it's if you bring in a new head coach, we're hitting rebuild. We're hitting restart. If we bring in a new coach, we are damn near hitting restart. Now for the Eagles, I will say our restarts go a little bit quicker. They do. Our restarts go a little bit quicker, but understand what we're asking for. If you go and get a new coach, understand what we're asking for. Realistically, because there's players on this defense that don't need to be here next year. Bradbury's at the top of my list. Bradbury is at the top of my list. I don't know, man. I don't know. I do feel bad for Jason Kelce, but at the same time, he got his, right? He got his ring. It was he will forever be remembered. It sucks going out like this, especially when it feels like your whole team gave up. And that's the thing. I will never be the person that comes on here and is like, oh, the team just didn't want to play. They have no effort. But I don't have any other explanation. There were plays to be made on that defense. You can't tell me that there were not plays to be made. They just didn't make them. They just didn't want to tackle. What else can I say? How can I make that sound prettier? I can't. I really can't. I realistically can't. I want to be so. I don't know. I spent the past 5-6 weeks last 5-6 weeks saying, let me be positive. Let's see what happens. Maybe they turn a switch, in the playoffs. But no, it was the same stuff. And you could see it from the beginning. Their lack, and I said this on Twitter, and I think that it's the perfect way of really just kind of encapsulating what I'm feeling. No, but the disrespect that Swift is getting from their just lack of willingness to run the ball is incredible. Incredible. You have DeAndre Swift back there for what? For what? To get 1 yard with Kenny Gainwell? I'm sorry. Come on, man. It just, I don't know. Maybe the coaches quit. Maybe that's what we're missing, because I feel like we're missing something. We really are missing something. Something somewhere went wrong. I don't know. I really don't know. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We'll see what happens, man. We'll get to. Here comes Mr. Rudy Poo with the new quarterback. Look, I said this to my girl, and I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to keep it 1,000. The 3 or 4, I'm going to keep like 4 or 5 people, and they're all on your offense. I'm going to be real with you. Outside of rookies, outside of guys that are obviously on contract that we can't really get rid of, or don't really want to, right? Like, I don't want to get rid of Jalen Carter. I don't want to get rid of Milton Williams. Like, there's guys that, I think are no-brainers. But the guys that I'm saying, these are the people that aren't even in trade talks. Nobody's going to be hollering about these guys at all, no matter what, is going to probably include Hurts. Jalen Hurts, I would say A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I want to keep that core. But, and then some of these guys on the offensive line, Landon Dickerson, I want to talk about Lane Johnson. I want to keep, what I'm saying, Jordan Mailata. Cam Jurgens, we got to talk about him. Cam Jurgens, we got to talk about him. He better be a better center than he was a guard today. I'll say that. I will say that right now. If Cam Jurgens is not a better center than he was a guard today, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. We need to figure out that position. We need to figure out offensive line. And, thank God we going to the Senior Bowl. We're going to figure it out. I promise you that we are going to figure it out. We're going to find somebody. There's a couple good guys. There's a couple good guys in this draft. So if that's the route we got to go, that's the route we got to go. Jason says, how do we go 2/3 of the year beating good teams to completely incompetent? Now, that's what I'm saying. There's got to be something that we're missing. We're missing something. I understand getting figured out even. I get that too. But why no adjustments? Somebody said to me, I forget who it is. I want to say it was probably AAT, the Birds. And I think it was in our chat. Shout out to them all about the Birds. Those are the guys that helped me out get down to the draft and everything. But at the end of the day, they were saying it's like there were so many adjustments until that 49ers game. Did it really take out our win that much? Like, are we that weak of a team? Then maybe the coach needs to, I don't know what happened. What happened? There was something that happened. And I have like a dog hair in my glasses, so excuse me. But I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I'm more confused than I'm angry. Fans always overanalyze everything. We will be fine next year. But what makes you say that, Money? And I get that. I get it, bro. Usually I'm with you. Usually I'm with you as far as like people overthinking. In the past 5 weeks, I've kind of been there. I've been like, we haven't really been that healthy. And, they haven't really turned it all the way on. Like, so I was kind of there. But what makes you think that now? We didn't even show up. Like, we didn't, especially offensively. If anything, defensively, they held us in the game. I don't know. I'm questioning everything. Just like the thumbnail says, I am questioning everything. I really don't know what it is, what it could be, what it's going to be. I don't know at this point. I truly don't know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 50 plus people in the chat. Hit that like, hit that subscribe wherever you are. I appreciate that. The plus side is the Cowboys lost too. I mean, yeah, but now we can't talk junk anymore. We had a week. And what did that do for us? Nothing. I'm mad about it. My beautiful girl in the chat, please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe. Yeah. She said thanks. See, I need to say thanks more. That's where I'm losing them. I got to be nicer. How do I be nice today? I would love to know. Somebody in the comments tell me, what's a good thing that you got from this game? Milton Williams, I think that people were hating on Milton Williams. It was good to see him make some plays. Josh Sweat made some plays. But what's a good thing from today? Devontae Smith. My girl said Devontae Smith. That's true. Devontae Smith was a good. I don't know. Let's go rebuild. What's a rebuild? Talk to me about a rebuild. Like I said, I'm questioning everything right now. I need to know what are even our options if we have any. So what's a rebuild? Are we talking about new quarterback, new everything? We're talking 2-3 years of building draft capital. Like, what are we talking about as far as a rebuild? Because I think we have talent right now. We obviously have talent to make it to the Super Bowl. I think the defense we could definitely do for a rebuild. We could definitely do for a rebuild on defense. I wouldn't say Smith got empty calories. Smith was literally getting double teamed, going up there and mossing people. Like, Smith went out there and was the only person that was eating. He was the only person that was eating. That, what was it, like a 50-plus yarder that he got? How was that empty calories? That was our first score of the game that kept us in the game. I wouldn't say empty calories. Soft rebuild. I say defensively, yeah, I'm all with it. If this whole draft goes to the defense, I'm cool with it. I really am cool with it. And we just figure out who's going to be the play caller next year. Somebody on, I want to say it was on Twitter, said they were like, get an offensive. And this sounds stupid now that I'm hearing it out, like saying it in my head a couple times. Like, this is so obvious, not stupid, but it's just so obvious. I can't believe I didn't think of it like this. But he was like, we get all these OCs that are great play callers, and then they go get other jobs. Why not go get a great play caller that's your head coach, and then he won't go anywhere? And it's like, sounds so simple. Like, yeah, why not do that? Why not do that? But yeah, I mean, maybe it is time for. I don't know. I don't know. It would be incredible. It would be crazy. It would be absolutely insane if Nick Sirianni is already out after making the Super Bowl in his second year. But that's the Eagles special, right? That's what we did with Doug Peterson. So I don't know. I really don't know. Zach says Cowboys lost at home to the Packers by. They gonna talk they junk. This is their vengeance. This is their at least that happened. But at the end of the day, they were our at least that happened. I don't think any Eagles fan had 1,000,000% confidence going into this game, knowing what happened. I was trying to keep everybody positive, like keep the hope, But yeah, they gave me nothing. They made me look stupid. That's what they did. That's what they did. Clearly, Jalen or the O-line can't figure out the blitz. Something's there. Yeah, something's there. I'm not really sure what it is. They're going to have to figure that out. My man said, I'm going to talk my junk today. I ain't even mad at you, Eternal. I ain't even mad at you, bro. Shout out to you with the $5 super chat. He said, your head coach played good D and took 4 points off the board by himself. That's it. Something. Yeah, I mean, you ain't wrong. You are definitely not wrong. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm going to be 110,000% with you. I really don't know what happened. And not just today. I'm talking about like the past 6 weeks. How do you go from a team that's, coming back against the Bills, going out there and dominating the Dolphins? Like, how are you that team, but you're also the team that loses to the Cardinals and like never really had a good footing in that game? I just don't know what happened. I really don't. King Croc says, bring in Bill. I've seen this a lot. What is Bill going to do? What is Bill Belichick going to do with this team? What is he going to do? What has Bill Belichick done outside of having Brady? And it's not like saying he's a trash coach or nothing, but, I mean, he had Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like, and outside of that, he really hasn't shown the propensity to develop anybody or, even really make that good of GM decisions. And that's the other thing. He was head coach and GM in New England. So it's not like he's going to come here and just listen to what people say. I mean, that's just not who he is. So it's not going to happen. Isn't this a historical collapse? Wasn't the Cowboys too? Y'all coming in here beating y'all chest like, we know what happened. Y'all wasn't supposed to happen. Everybody knew we was about to lose. But, even though that's no excuse, but everybody was telling me the Eagles were going to lose. So y'all was supposed to go out there and dominate. This was y'all year. Guess that didn't happen. Is this the end of Nick? I have no idea. I want to say no. I want to say no. You know what I'm saying? I want to say no. And not even because I want to, like, I want Nick here. He's a great guy. It's just, I don't know if I really want to be that team. I don't know if I want to be that franchise that they, like, coaches are going to, like, coaches like to come here now because of our history of coaching and our tree and all that good stuff. But you start, firing people a little prematurely. Like, Doug's not doing terrible in Jacksonville. You start being labeled that franchise that gives up on your coaches after, accolades and stuff like Super Bowls and that follows you. So I don't know. I want to say no. I want to say that this is fixable with Nick here, but maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to just, move on from him. I really don't know. I wish I had an answer for that. Am I the only one one absolutely done with Sirianni? Tough way to end the season, Joe. I mean, I don't know. I wish I could just sit here and give you an answer. I wish I could be like, this is the right answer. But I really don't know what the right answer is because there are some guys out there that are good that you're looking at and you're like, oh, okay, that, like a Ben Johnson makes sense, right? Who else is out there? I mean, there's guys. I'm not on the Bill Belichick train at all. But there's guys out there that are good. The offensive coordinator from Tampa Bay, he's a guy that I keep hearing about in head coaching circles. So there's guys out there, but you got to make a move soon if you're going to do that. If you're going to do that to really take advantage of the talent that you already have, you have to make that decision soon. You have to make that decision like tomorrow type stuff and really have a good footing in the head coaching search, because otherwise you're just going to get, I hate to say this, but get left with another Nick Sirianni or another, now I'm forgetting his name, Doug Peterson. You're going to get left with somebody that is kind of the last of the bunch, and you're just kind of picking on hope that they can become something that they, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll really see what happens. Interviews for have already started for Belichick and Harbaugh. You need to move on and get stuck with leftovers. I don't really want Belichick, and Harbaugh, what has he done? And maybe this is my Penn State fan in me that I'm just kind of hating, but what is Harbaugh? What has he really done? What has he really done? Michigan is a name. People are going to, he went and had sleepovers with kids, and that's cool. That sounded weird. He had how do I say this? He had very interesting recruitment tactics, I guess. I guess that's a good way of doing it. But okay. I really don't understand what the attachment with a guy like Harbaugh is. But who gave up on his NFL team? Again, let's not forget that. Yeah, I'm not worried about those two. I'm looking more at guys like Ben Johnson, Eric Bieniemy. I'm looking at guys like that can run one side of the ball. That's the one thing that I'm kind of, either he can't do it. Either Nick Sirianni just literally flat out cannot call plays, or he sucks at it. I don't know. Like what's the other? I'm trying to think of nice ways to say this stuff, but he don't even deserve it. So it's like, what are you good for? Like, you good to keep the pulse of this locker room, but if you lost the locker room, we really don't need you for anything. So I mean, I don't know. I want somebody that's going to come in here and say, this is mine. And then I'm going to get somebody that's over there that can just do. And I think that's what Doug Peterson was good at. Doug Peterson was just like, this offense is mine. You know what I'm saying? I got the offense. Let's get a good defensive coordinator that can just run whatever type of weird defense you guys are trying to run. You know what I'm saying? And that's a smart way to do it. So if we can get back to that, at a minimum, I'll be cool with that. Matt Week says clean house. It might be spring cleaning. I really don't know. What's going on, Uno? What's going on, brother? Shout out to Uno, man. That's my dog right there. He did what was it? 2 years ago, you did a song for the Eagles versus Cowboys game that we had or whatever. So shout out to my dog, bro. That's IRL, my dog. You know what I'm saying? You see, I could catch up with these young kids, man. IRL. I want a defensive-minded coach. Honestly, a hard ass that's gonna hold players to the fire. I agree. I want an offense or defensive. I don't care, but you got to be good on one side of the ball. Like, you got to literally say, this is mine. Now I'm going to go get somebody that can figure out the rest on his side. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that, because then at least you have identity on both sides. Like right now, I feel like Nick Sirianni's intertwined with everything, so there's no identity. There's no like, oh, our defense does this, or offense does this. Like, there's none of that. And that's what pisses me off the most. The team tackled like they quit. I mean, did they tackle? I get what you're saying, but like, was that tackling? I could have tackled better. I like. There was some times I wanted to bring my dog to the stadium. I don't live that far. I was about to tell my dog go out there and air butt it. I was like, bro, we need something. We need a couple golden retrievers and a will. Like, this was bad. I don't know who came to play. I don't know. Outside of Devontae Smith, he played. He played well. I love it that Cowboys fans are loving this. That's, it's like secondhand smoke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing you guys so happy that we lost because you lost. It's like the first second I'm like, damn, this sucks, because, we lost. And then I'm like, oh, but they're only happy because they just got historically smoked by the worst seed in the playoff. So, hey, welcome. Thank you for the view, brother. Short dog. I feel much better now. Good night, Eagles fans. You short, dog. How much better do you feel? What's the height of your happiness? Right? You see, because height. I said, I'm going to be the bigger man. Get it? Because you tall, you short. Graham played great. Fletcher Cox made a couple plays. Devontae should have 2 touchdowns if Hurts throw a better ball to him. Facts. Hurts definitely has blame in this. Like, everybody. I said this on Twitter. The defense, to me, it was really mostly on the players. I can't really put that on the defensive coordinator. And on offense, it was everybody. It was from play calling to execution. It was everybody. So everybody definitely deserves a lot of criticism. Bradbury definitely played like ass. You are not wrong. Hurts can't throw ball or throw. I don't know. I disagree with that, but we'll see what happens. Maybe he's the change that they make. I highly doubt that, but maybe he is. Jordan Davis needs to be traded. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. Nick should be fired at the press conference. Hey, make him take a bus back, right? Make him take a Greyhound or something back. Yeah, I mean, no one should be safe. I'm not saying fire everybody. I'm not saying have a fire sale, but nobody should be safe. Nobody outside of Jeff Stoutland. That's the only person. Jeff Stoutland. He's the only person I want to see. And don't time people out unless it's, crazy, egregious, people being disrespectful. Eternal Dynasty said, don't act like your ass wasn't happy last night. Yeah, I was definitely happy. I definitely, hey, I'm here. I'm taking the heat. The NFC least again. I mean, nobody wins. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wins when the family feuds. But it is what it is. Feel bad for Kelsey and BG and Fletch. I definitely do too. Who knows? Fletch might be back. I think Kelsey and BG done. But now I'm starting to get to that point that I'm like, maybe Kelsey wants to come back for one more year. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he don't want to go out like this. Like, I ain't gonna cap. I'm starting to get there. Like, hey, give me a week, and I'm be like, who knows? Kelsey didn't say anything. Who knows? But I think he's probably gonna get it out of the way. Castro, I feel your pain. My Cowboys choke. Dak sucks. Everybody sucks right now. If you're a football fan and your team's not in the playoffs, everybody on your team sucks. You probably have a list of I'll say anywhere from 5 to 10 players that you're like, oh, I rock with these guys. I'll fight for them. But outside of that, everybody sucks. Everybody's just like, what's going on, Drew? What's going on? He said everyone. Hey, man, I can't even disagree at this point. I'm not going to sit here and agree and be like, yeah, go on a fire sale, but I can't even be mad at anybody right now. What do? Something has to happen. We can't just run it back. If we run it back, I'm going to be real with you. If we run it back, it's going to be a long season next year. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to run away from this team, but it's going to be a long season. I'm going to talk my talk every time we disappoint. I promise you that. Because this isn't something you could fix. This is just you not wanting to do something. Or your team giving up on you. This isn't something you could just fix in the offseason. I really don't believe so. I really don't believe so. Who you rather have at QB, Hurts or Herbert? Hurts. I'd rather have Hurts. Sorry, but Nick got to go. This was a total implode. I mean, I can't disagree. I'm going to tell y'all till I'm blue in the face. I can't disagree. I don't know what I want to happen. I would be lying to you if I told you I knew what I wanted to happen. I don't know yet. I want us to have a good draft. You know what I'm saying? That's really that's where my head at now. Now we're going to be talking draft heavy. And speaking of draft, if you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? You guys like that little transition right into this, you know what I'm saying? But no, we do have a GoFundMe up. If you guys want to donate to the GoFundMe, I'm going out to the draft. I'm going out to the combine. I'm going to be covering like I did last year. Gonna be going to the Senior Bowl in a couple weeks. Would really, really appreciate anybody that can, donate whatever they can. I'm gonna be covering the Eagles. I'm gonna be covering all the prospects. So, maybe even y'all Cowboys fans need a little good, insight. Let me get back to crying. Okay? I deserve this. At the end of the day, I'm mad, and I knew that this team had a good likelihood of going out there and being the same exact team. But I wanted to stay hopeful. But that type of loss, I thought it would be a close loss. I'm gonna be real with you. Oh, y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Somebody in the chat, let me know y'all can hear me now. All right, bet. I don't know where I cut off. It's gonna be awkward for a second. Where should I restart? where should I restart? My bad. I want to just put this in the chat. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 63 people, and nobody's pissed me off too bad. It's funny. It's funny how it feels when the Cowboys and the Eagles are kind of in the same position, right? Not as much smoke. Not as much people yelling at me and stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, like I said, if you guys didn't hear me, if you guys want to donate, the link is right there. I appreciate it. If you can, if you can't, totally get it as well. It's all good. Fire Nick. We're going to have to talk then. We're going to have to really sit down and we're going to have to really look through who's out there. I need the announcement to be made because I can't, with a good conscience, go on here and tell you who's a better option than Nick. If they fire him, then we'll talk about it. But, for me to sit here and be like, oh, fire I just don't feel like that yet. And I don't want to lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Maybe tomorrow I feel differently and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. But right now, I don't know if I feel like that. So I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know. Just need 49ers to lose and all the right in his row. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't even care. I would love for it to be like the Packers versus the Bucks in the conference final. I don't know if that's even possible, but in the conference finals, that would be nice. That would be nice for the conference. Let's let some underdogs go out there and win it. That would be nice. You can fire him. Yeah. I mean, hey, if that's what they want to do, then I'm gonna stand behind Howie. I learned my lesson with Howie a couple times. Howie did what he was supposed to do. He put out enough talent, maybe not defensively, but hey, there's enough talent to not look how he looked. If they do fire Nick, it wouldn't surprise me, but we'll see at this point. I don't care who wins. Yeah, I really don't care. It's hard for me to really, like, people are, I live in Tampa, so a lot of the people I'm around, they're Tampa fans, and they're like, oh, but next round we got the Lions. That's going to be tough. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Our conversation ended once you stop talking about this. I'm sorry. I love the people I work with. I love some of my friends and stuff, but I was like, bro, I'm mad. I don't care. I'm saying? I really don't care. I'm not going to tell you what I think about the Lions right now. I really do not give a damn. I hope all y'all lose. I straight up, I hope they cancel the playoffs this year. I don't care. Des Bryant recruiting Tomlinson. Go ahead. I really don't care. That would suck. I'm not going to lie, but I don't care at this point. I don't even care. I'm so angry. No, I am, though. I am angry. I will say that. I know I said I'm just kidding, but I am very angry right now. But we going to mask it, because that's what we do. We men. Hired Deuce Staley as head coach. Jeff Lurie after him go. Staley had the heart and minds of the veterans in the locker room. But what does Deuce Staley do? Look, I like Staley. Don't get me wrong, and this is not me trying to bash him, but what does he do? Because I'm not having this we need OCs every 2 years type thing. I'm not doing it. So what does he do? If he can run the defense and we ain't got to ever worry about the defense, then cool. If not, or offense or whatever he felt, I don't know why I said defense, but if he can run the offense and he got plays, he got a nice little playbook, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about it. Otherwise, I'm not going to fall into this like carousel that we're in right now. I'm not going to keep doing it. I'm not going to keep doing it. Soft practices equal soft play. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And that's something else we got to talk about. That's something else we got to talk about in the offseason. I don't know if Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman thing, but if it is, they need to change that up quick. But I will say, as far as the Eagles front office goes, and you guys tell me if I'm tripping. Real talk. You guys tell me if I'm lying about this. I feel like the Eagles front office probably a lot quicker than other front offices knows when it's over, right? Like, I feel like they understood that there was a parting of ways with them and Wentz. There was a parting of ways with them and Doug Peterson. There was a parting of ways with them and Chip Kelly. And it doesn't like drag on. So I feel like if this is it for Nick, I kind of trust my front office in that decision. That's kind of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at. Katai's mom in the building. Hopefully you got a notification. I see your comments. Sorry, sometimes I can't, reply, but I see your comments. I don't know why YouTube is I don't know. They hating. That's really what it come down to. They don't want us to win, man. But it's not sending out notifications to a lot of y'all. So I apologize. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm going to try and figure it out. And, yeah, just make sure you keep an eye out because I have been dropping videos a little bit more often. We need to change because Nick isn't it. Yeah, I mean, look, if that's where we at, it comes down to players being like, listen, this is where we at. Do something or don't do something, but this is where we at. Because I believe in my front office. I do. I believe that Howie will make a change if he has to. I believe that Jeffrey Lurie will back a change if he has to. I believe in him. Maybe that's, naive of me, but I believe in him. They haven't given me a reason not to. Dallas Cowboy. Hold on, I'm going to read this and we're going to get back to my nephew. But he said, breaking news, Dallas Cowboys hire Nick Sirianni as head coach. I wouldn't even be surprised. They got, bro, I ain't going to talk. I can't talk junk about them right now. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe give me till tomorrow because, there's going to be junk talk. But shout out to my nephew, parlaying with PJ, my guy, man, my guy. That's my real nephew. Amazing kid. That's, what I'm saying? He like 6'10" or something like that. So if y'all ever try something with me, because I know a lot of y'all get froggy. All right. A lot of y'all get froggy in these comments sometimes. So if you leap, you're going to have to leap over but you know what I'm saying? But Tumbo in this boat. No, I'm just kidding. But no, real talk. Shout out to him. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We got 63 people in the YouTube alone. I know that people watch on Twitter. So hi, Twitter. How y'all doing? But yeah, we're going to figure this out, man. I'm mad, but I'm more disappointed and confused. Real talk. Like, the disappointed was kind of a joke, but confused. I really am confused because I really don't know what happened. I wish I could sit here and give you an answer. I really wish I could, but I have no idea what happened. I'm going to be real with you. I have no idea what happened. The over-reliance on the 50-50 balls, the coach's fault or Hurts' limitations as a passer. I definitely the coach's fault. I would say it's Hurts' inability, and I'm trying to word this correctly because I don't want to get quoted. Hurts' inability to get to his hot route quick enough because there are plays there. When he's getting blitzed, there are plays there. But I think that he has maybe it's not even an inability, but unwillingness. It's almost worse if I'm being 100% honest with you. But it feels like he doesn't want to look at the other side of the field. If he knows he got AJ and Devontae Smith on this side, I'm staying over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which doesn't always, especially when you're not running the ball. So there's no threat. There's no reason for the to creep up. So I put it mostly on coaching because you have to get your playmakers open, and we have this all year. So Hurts should have some easy throws. He hasn't had any easy throws all year. But, Hurts got to get better. Hurts definitely got exposed this year. I will say that. Hurts definitely got exposed. Not to the point of, oh, he's trash, he'll never be good. But, you know, Dallas choked for sure. Eagles collapse is something I've never seen. You know, it's crazy because historically, y'all love that word, right? So I know I caught his attention. He was like, oh, his ears popped up like a happy dog. He was like, oh, his story? We talking about history? Anyways, historically, nobody's ever lost to a 7 seed. So the Dallas collapse is real too. We both collapsed. You know what I'm saying? We like neighboring cities in Rome or the ancient Rome. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know, it is what it is. Both our lives suck right now. But we gonna figure it out. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, you ain't wrong, Richie. You ain't wrong. We literally, literally. Oh my God! Let him put on 32 on us. That was just ugly. 200 said, get rid of Bradbury. He's trash. I agree. 100%. But what are you gonna get for him? What are you even gonna get for him? We didn't go 1-7 in the last 8 games though. Okay. Do you get a different seat on the couch? What does that come with? I just want to know. I ain't trying to be. I just want to know because you said it like y'all got a trophy for that. Dang. Did he? Isn't the quarterback's job? The former quarterback is still there. What you mean? What do you mean by that? He said, yes, Joe, a seat with a recliner with the. Oh, snap. Dang. Look at y'all. That's what's up, man. I want to see with a recliner one day. One day. Maybe we'll be like y'all and choke in the first round after, screaming, it's our year. It's our year for the past 8 weeks. I'm going to be there one day. Dreaming big, brother. Dreaming big. Speaking of trophies, it's still nice to be able to claim 5 trophies. Oh, here he goes. Here, I knew he was like biting his tongue so hard. How do you bite your tongue on a computer? Because he was definitely doing it. He was like, bro, I want to say this so bad. I got to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. I hope that recliner comes with like one of those old ass remotes. You know what I'm saying? You can watch them old ass VHSs. AJ isn't the problem. The coaches are the problem. Losing our DB coached it out. Yeah, it definitely did. There was a lot of things. There's a lot of things we could look at. There's a lot from players to coaches. We lost a lot this offseason, but it was no excuse. We should have still, we had, I don't know, man. If the defense was the only problem, if our defense just sucked and every game 48 to 38, it is what it is. Like, like all right, we got to fix that. But our offense just fell flat in the second half. I just don't get it. Harbaugh for the next Eagles coach. Let's go. I mean, maybe they'll bring him in. Whatever. If they do, cool. I ain't going to man. I know he's done well for Michigan. I'm just a Penn State fan. I'm a salty Penn State fan. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. That's why I don't cover them. Y'all not get the truth. Y'all will get my opinion on everything. That is what it is. I don't care. All right, you referring to the 1-3 Super Bowl record? Here we go. Yeah, cute, man. It's cute. I ain't gonna lie. The Eagles did last 24 hours more than the Cowboys. At least there's that. Yeah, where's our recliner? We don't get nothing for that. Can we get an ottoman? Native team 1836. I will never claim another trophy. I hope that's all for your team. Oh, y'all talking to each other. Not long ago. The Eagles won not long ago. Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. Y'all just going at each other. All right. This is actually kind of fun to read. Penn State having. You ain't had to say that, King. You ain't had to say that, King Croc. We was having a good little conversation. We was hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt good. I felt like I got stuff off my chest. Now we going to talk about Penn State? Come on, bruh. We supposed to be cool, man. Do you have you ain't got a moderator, and it's going to stay like that. Keep talking about my dogs like that. No, there's a lot of people in here without a mod. Let's do that. Let's shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 62 people in here. If you want to moderate, I'll slap on a wrench on you for y'all real quick. Let's see who's been actually Eagles fans though, because we're not doing that. We're not doing none of these. I know there's trolls in here. Y'all not getting it. King Croc, I'll give you one, you know what I'm saying? But listen, man. Not Penn State, bro. Let's not do that. I'm about to get out of here after this. Fargo said, did I talk to BGJ? He's trying to bail on this. Yeah, I think he's going to do it. People like donated and stuff. I don't think he'll bail on it. Maybe, you know what? Hey, I get it. Hey, I've been upset before. It sucks to suck sometimes, you know, I'll say that. And it sucks for me right now. But at the end of the day, I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. I'm going to say it one more time, man. The pinned chat on the live chat. If you guys got anything you want to throw towards the Senior Bowl, he just brought it up. He made me think of it. So realistically, it's his fault if we're, you know, blaming anybody for me bringing this up again. But no, yeah. Just saying, you know, people are talking about it, so I'm just saying it's not my fault. But at the end of the day, yeah, if you guys got anything you want to throw at the kitty, I appreciate y'all. And I just said kitty, I feel like a 56-year-old. Oh man, but anyways, I appreciate you, Coyote, with the $2 super chat. I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate everybody in here for taking it easy on me. All right, y'all know I'm going through a lot right now. It's not easy, but yeah. We're going to figure it out, hopefully. And if not, y'all know I'm going to figure it out with y'all. And we're going to talk about this all off season. So I love y'all. It's been an amazing season. Ups and downs, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the growth. I appreciate all the opportunities y'all give me. So, yeah, until tomorrow or the day after that, as fly goes fly. And we are out here. Peace, y'all. Love y'all.
Everywhere, this is for
you. Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here cool on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season head, early time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco.